Mark, we're down here in London at the Giant store, St Paul's. You've just launched Performance Team, and I would call it a training camp, but that's probably undervaluing it quite a bit. I mean, it's quite a special.
Yes, it is. It's as bespoke and as tailor-made as you can get for an athlete that brings in all the medical aspects, all the physio aspects, all the nutritional aspects, the physiology aspects, the coaching aspects, because we've got Olympic athletes that can talk to you about your training. We've got physiotherapists that have been to Olympic Games and look after elite athletes all the time, just to look after you. We've got medical officers for British Triathlon, British Athletics that have been working with the elites all their time. Again, just there for you. We've got nutritionists that will go through your nutritional plan, and then a chef to teach you how to cook it as well as feed you for the time there. So yes, it is a training camp, and there will be some running and cycling, etc. To be done. But really the focus is on working on all those details, those bits that make all the difference to your ability to go and train. And it's a training camp that lasts 4 or 5 days, but it's not one that asks you to go and run 1,000 miles over that time. What it does is it gives us the time to really work on you and your physiology and your biomechanics and your strength and your conditioning. And you may be long-term injured, you may have a real chronic problem you're just really struggling to sort out, and that opportunity to get all the input into that, to sort that out, we know from years of doing it with Olympic athletes, is exactly the way to do it. That intense concentration in a way that sort of sporadic treatment over a period of time with different individuals with different messages just doesn't work. But then again, you might be perfectly healthy, but just looking for that next level, that next item or number of items that will just take you on to a PB. Now it may be that you're looking just to get off the couch and run a 10k, or maybe a sub-hour 10k. You might also be trying to run a sub-10-hour Ironman. We can bring all of those things in, and because there's only 8 people on each camp, with 2 physios, a doctor, a physiologist, a nutritionist, we can be so focused on you for that period of time, that short, sharp period of time, that we can cater for the couch to 5k, we can cater for the Ironman to PB, and that's really what Performance Team is all about.
I mean, just going back, you're talking about years and years of experience. You've obviously worked with the Olympic team for many, many years.
Yeah, my first Olympics was a holding camp at Atlanta, but so that's 96, and then there's Sydney and Athens, and throughout my 25 years in elite sport, I've looked after Olympic athletes all the time, and still do. About 80% of the people I see day to day in my practices are Olympic athletes or high-end international triathletes. But also, the thing that has been apparent over the years is that change in the professionalism of the amateur, if you like. 20 years ago, people used to pull on their Ron Hills that they picked up 10 years ago and go for a jog around the park, but now it's a whole different game, and the explosion in triathlon and in running for that matter has really brought a level of professionalism to the amateur, and the ability for those amateurs to go and really seek out their PB, to be the best they can be, has elevated that sport, and that's certainly changed my practice and the number of people that I see that are amateurs that are holding down a full-time job, but also aspiring to be the best they can be, and it's those guys that I really enjoy working with. It's that drive and that desire, and the thing that they lack, though, the thing that they find really hard to do is their time. It's time. They've got full-time jobs, they've got families, they've got all these different things going on, and to try and do triathlon at a high level with all those extra bits going on is really tough. What we can do with Performance Team is take you to France. It's a week, 5-6 days, in a bespoke centre with the best people in the business. We can cover out all those things, and so it's using all that experience of 25 years with elite sport. Knowing all the people that I've got to know over those years, the doctors, the physios, the physiologists, the nutritionists, the coaches, using all those people, getting all those people together, the best of those people together in one place, to provide that ultimate package of MOT, if you like, for those aspiring amateurs, for them to be as best they can be, to be as professional as they can be.
Wow, sounds amazing. And the venue's France?
It is, yeah, southern France. It's 40 minutes inland from Biarritz. It's got everything. It's primarily a gîte complex around a beautiful old historic manor and chateau. It's got 7-8 acres of land around that, which we've changed to give us the rehab field, which is 100 metres straight on a slope and on a flat for all that biomechanical and that hill type work, that detailed changing of your movement patterns. We've got a bespoke gym that we built within one of the lovely old barns there. But more importantly, around that area, you've also got the hydro pool, the pool on site, which, you know, it was there, but if I could have designed a hydro pool, I'd have designed it like that. It's got everything you need. It's also got that view of the Pyrenees, which is fantastic. Around that though, and from the site, and you know, you can run to it and on it from the site, is this level of training that you just don't find often in one place. The Olympic athletes that are part of the performance team have gone out there and trained on it and recce'd it, if you like. Say that it's as good as Fontremos, as good as Albuquerque, as good as anything. We've got, you know, a perfectly flat surface for 7.5K, which is a converted railway line, which is just perfect for those sessions, that tempo work, getting the real feel of that tempo work. It's that next sort of the work that you'll do with a physiologist in the UK, giving you that blood information, that VO2 max, that lactates. What does that feel like? How does that feel like in real time? And having that input with an Olympic athlete next to you to do that is fantastic. You've then got these lovely 20-odd miles, 20-30 miles of rolling hill runs, which is just that lovely undulating surface for that good long mileage stuff. Again, with all those views of the Pyrenees around. You've also got from Celise to Berne, which is the village just down the, or the town just down the road, is there's been 2 Tour de France's start from there. You know, the Pyrenees themselves is accessible by bike from the house. So it's got everything in that area for us to do all that detailed work that we need to change you from where you are now to that next level on. But it's also got perfect training around it to get the best out of you while you're there.
I mean, it sounds amazing. I mean, these are kind of treatments you could get in the UK, but having it all in one place is the real.
And that's the thing, because you've got, you know, you could put it together, but if you've got the best person, say Dr. John Rogers is a fantastic sports physician, he's in Manchester. You know, we've got Alison Rose, a fantastic physiotherapist, she's in Leeds. So yes, you could travel around and you could pick all these things together. But the time to do that is often the thing, as I say, that is most missing for most of these aspiring amateurs. So drawing these best people and putting them in one place over a short, sharp, bespoke, detailed weekend for you is the thing that's really, I find really exciting, that we can do so much in a short time. And I know from my experience of looking after elite athletes over a period of time, if I can get hold of a body for 2 or 3 days, 4 or 5 days in one place and get that input, get that concentrated time, you can make a huge difference, not just to the that ongoing niggly injury that just never quite gets sorted out, but also to actually change somebody's mechanics, change somebody's strength and control, their movement patterns. You can change all those over that period of time. I know because I've done it. So being able to do that in conjunction with the medical input, the physiology input, the soft tissue input, the nutritional input, all in one place is that really exciting package of everything in a weekend, long weekend from the Thursday through to the Tuesday, all bespoke and tailored to you. And often I think it's easier in some ways for people to take a week off of work or a few days out of work either side of a weekend and do all that stuff rather than try and trundle up to Manchester, go up to Leeds, try and get down to see the physio down the road where you're in, you're out, you're thinking about work, you think about everything else, you never quite get the real bottom of the problem sorted out.
Well, we can see your enthusiasm for the project and it looks really good, and we look forward to seeing how it develops.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks for your time.
No problem.